1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hello, everybody. Good evening to you. If it isn't the Zoomer Doomer. Notification squad has arrived. Oh. Thanks. Almost always manage to start a stream right as I'm packing a bowl. Yeah, well, that's the way it works, bruh. We stoners know. We know what the witching hour for smoking is, all right? People think we smoke all day, but there's just certain times of the day that we smoke. We know what the witching hour, the weed witching hour, it calls to us all, dude. Right, well, so, I mean, me too. At certain times of the day, all day. Yeah, you gotta take a little hit here, take a little hit there. Get a little stoned here, get a little stoned there. No problem, right? So Amelia and I have not just started, I guess yesterday we started watching American Horror Story Apocalypse, and I cannot tell you how disappointed I am that it's basically season 2 of Coven. Gabourey Sidibe's ass is back. All the witches are back. It's like the Coven season round 2. And it started so good. I was actually into the whole dark fucking, shadowy government organization saving people from the apocalypse thing, and then that just ends. Right at the beginning of fucking episode 2, or right at the end of episode 2. It's just nope, that's not gonna happen. It's season 2 of Coven. And I'm just all right, well. And I just got to the episode where they bring Stevie Nicks' old ass back to sing an entire one of her songs. They had her do Gypsy this time. It just to underscore that, yes, indeed, you're watching season 2 of Coven. You remember that scene in season 1 of Coven that went on way too long, and they had Stevie Nicks come in and sing Rhiannon? The whole song of Rhiannon? Well, they did it again. They had her come back again for a whole fucking 5-minute rendition. I'm just ugh. Coven was the witch season. The Trump bad season was cult. I don't know, man. Whatever. I like Stevie Nicks, but I don't know. Right. Stevie Nicks is great. I'm not shit talking Stevie Nicks. I'm just saying that bringing her in to do a whole ass one of her songs while she stands there awkwardly and everybody stands around with that I'm about to cry, it's so beautiful look on their faces is a little much. The landslide brought me down. it's a bit much for me. I don't know. I don't need to see. Stevie Nicks is not like a main part of the fucking show. And it's cool that they had her on that one time, but they did not need to bring her back. And it doesn't even make sense where they plop her in. Like, they plop her in to a point where it's like there would be way more pressing things for people to be taking care of than sitting around listening to Stevie Nicks. Like, they basically have Stevie Nicks come and sing right after they discover that the dude, well, whatever. You know what I mean? It's basically like right after they discover who the villain really is in the show, and then, so you would think everybody would like rush into action over that. But they sit around and listen to fucking Stevie Nicks sing Gypsy. At least Michael is pretty hot. Yeah, that's true. Nice twink. Excellent twink. Is she Stevie Nicks within the context of the show? Yes. She's Stevie Nicks playing Stevie Nicks. In the show, the witches... Well, Stevie Nicks is a witch. She knows the other witches. But she doesn't really do any acting because she can't act. So they just have her show up and sing a whole Stevie Nicks song while everybody stands around watching awkwardly and looking like they squeezed lemon juice in their eyes. Yeah, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's not my favorite season. I really think it would have been a way better season if they would have stuck to like the Michael storyline and had new characters and stuff trying to defeat him or figure out what he was up to and shit. I think it would have been way cooler to see that than it is to like see Coven season 2. But they were bound to do it. Coven is their most popular season, even though I think it's one of the worst seasons. In fact, I think Coven is probably the worst season of American Horror Story that you can watch. That's not saying it's unwatchable. There's a lot of really good, performances in it and stuff. It's good moments, but yeah, Coven's not great. I pretty much choose any other season that I've watched so far over Coven easily. Sounds kind of like Nix was a huge AHS fan beforehand and had her agent reach out. It was probably the other way around, to be honest with you. Like Stevie Nicks was known, like one of her nicknames was the White Witch or whatever the fuck, and so they probably reached out to her people and were like, "Look, we're doing a season of American Horror Story about witches. We'd love to have Stevie come on and sing a song." I imagine it's probably went that way, but you never know. Roanoke, yeah, Roanoke was good. Roanoke is one of my favorite seasons. I really liked it. It was an expectation-defying season in a way that this season isn't. This is actually the season that follows Cult. Am I going through a Fleetwood Mac phase? No, I guess I've been in a Fleetwood Mac phase since I was a little kid. My mom loved Fleetwood Mac, played it all the time, so I kind of grew up listening to Fleetwood. But I'm not a huge fan, I guess. I'm an appreciator. Nothing wrong with adoring Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac is awesome, dude. They were always like they may be like considered to be more of a like a chick band now, but when they were popular, they weren't a chick band. They're just a band. It came from a time when it was way more fucking likely to have a female lead singer in a fucking rock band. Favorite Godsmack song, dude? The one where they say "Go Away" a bunch of times. Oh wait, that's every Godsmack song. Never mind. Do like I told you. Keep away from me. Go away. I'm not the one that's so far away. Everything's so far away. That whole album was about stay away, keep away, you're too far away, I'm so far away, you're far away, keep away. Literally, like, that fucking band sucked, bro. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, I got snookered into buying that fucking album. Because I liked that fucking. You know? And I wonder, day to day, I don't like you anyway. I don't need your shit today. Yeah, I stand alone. Yeah. Once again, it's too far away. You know what I mean? Everything's. So I went out, I bought the album on the strength of that one single, and then I was like, all right, well. I feel for you. Better fucking go away. I will behave. Better fucking go away. I'm doing the best I ever did. My stupid ass went and bought that CD. Dad smack, yeah, dude. I got snookered. Yeah, Godsmack is trash, I agree. Agreed. Not gonna argue with that. Ouch. Yeah. There's like the fake '90s punk goth chick. Yeah, that pre-scene kid look that every dude like. One thing hasn't changed. The quest for a big titty goth girlfriend has not changed. That has been around since I was a boy. Probably before. I really don't know when the quest for the big titty goth girlfriend began, but probably somewhere way back in the day. You know what I mean? I would imagine. But that pursuit of that punky alt rock chick slash goth chick with the facial piercings and the really vibrant dyed hair or whatever, dude, that's still every dude's manic pixie dream girl fucking fantasy, dude. Every dude wants that fucking weird aloof gamer chick that looks like she might actually be into Wicca or some shit. That's the fucking look, right? That's literally the look, right? I managed to marry your big titty goth girl, one of my only two accomplishments in life. Hey, look at you. your high school. I went to Catholic school, and all the cool dudes called me an ugly goth freak. That sucks. I mean, that's just bad luck. You got sent to a fucking, like, let me tell you something. And I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. Nobody is considered to be lamer than the dorks that go to a fucking Catholic school. When you go to a public high school, like, dude, nobody knew anybody that went to the fucking Catholic school in town. Nobody invited any of them to their parties and shit. Those fucking, dude, I'm just telling you, you were denied. You were denied coolness because you grew up at a time where your gothness would have been appreciated in a public school, but you had to go to some fucking stuck-up weirdo school. Fucking stuck-up religious weirdo school. Yeah, your gothness would have been fully appreciated in high school, trust me. Fucking Catholic school is just a zone of weirdos. It's just the truth, man. Like, kids that are in that kind of religious upbringing, they're mean and they're spiteful and judgmental and nerdy as fucking all get out, dorky, like have huge opinions of themselves that aren't matched. And nobody in my public school wanted to chill with any of them. Like, I don't remember ever going to a party and seeing the Catholic kids there. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but that kind of underscores the sadness of it, doesn't it? Snooty fucks. By the way, they were only picking on you because they all wanted to bone you. That's the only way that, like, little repressed Catholic boys know how to show that they're interested in a chick. So the fact that you got called out constantly by people in your school was just a reflection of the fact that they all wanted to fuck you. Just so you know. 100%. No, there's not even a probably. It's 100%, dude. Those fucking stunted ass motherfuckers never get past the pulling the girl's pigtail stage. You know what I mean? So them noticing you every day and making mean comments was really the only way they could do it, because telling you, damn girl, that you looking banging today. Why don't you come over and be the dark princess of my world or whatever the fuck? That would be like lust, you know? So instead they got to come to school and like ostracize you because they can't fuck you. Does that go for any girl or just goths? Yeah, that goes for any girl. Dude, any dude that is like, it's one thing like if you get rejected by a guy or he says a mean thing to you one time, but anytime there's like a group of people that are like making fun of you for the way that you look incessantly, it's because they're fucking thinking about you, dude. And it makes them uncomfortable. They're imagining you. They're undressing you with their eyes and they like what they see. It's just the truth, bro. Like, trust me, I was in high school a long time ago, but it wasn't that fucking long ago, dude. I remember the mindset. It's just that dudes that weren't under this, like, fucking weird Catholic guilt complex could actually express their fucking feelings for chicks in other ways. Like, we dated chicks and made out with chicks and shit. Like, think about how fucking repressed everybody is in fucking Catholic school. So you get the fucking group of dudes that wants to fucking make fun of you for the way that you look, but every one of those dudes in their heart of hearts just wants to fuck you. And they don't know how to express it. And it's usually like a lot of times people that don't look like the average person or whatever the fuck, they don't dress the same as everybody or don't look the same as everybody, they get singled out for this because those people are inherently attractive. Like if you grew up, like, see, for me, and this is just the way I am, it doesn't mean that I've never been attracted to somebody who fits this criteria, but you know who's like last on my list? Blonde-haired, blue-eyed, fit valley girl types. Because I grew up around them. Like, I was surrounded by them. All my sisters are them, dude. I'm attracted to dark hair, dark eyes, you know, that type of shit. And so it's like opposite day at school. But at a public school, the guys can be like, and the girls can be like, damn, you goth as fuck. Let me get that number, you know? At Catholic school, they have to be like, oh, you're a freak. And then go home and like beat their dicks to the fucking last year's Catholic yearbook with your picture in it. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, dude. Think about me. I graduated in 1998. There are people that that are like fucking 20 years old now that weren't even born when I graduated. Think about that shit. Let that bake your fucking noodle. My favorite type of girl is the one that will pay any attention to me. Yeah, I wouldn't lead with that foot, bruh. That's pretty pathetic. Desperation is a stinky cologne, ladies. Want to fill them in? I graduated in 2014. Crazy to think that my 10-year reunion. Yeah. I already had my 10-year reunion a long time ago. I didn't go to it. Paul, you ever feel depressed about getting old? I do feel depressed, not about getting old, though. I kind of like getting old. It's a joke, lol. Well, it's a bad joke. Quit trying to make jokes. Leave that to me. Leave that to the professionals. All right? Don't quit your day job. Do not quit that day job, sir. Yeah. Time goes faster as you get older. It's just true. I remember like a year of school felt like an eternity when I was a kid. Like that, just comprehending like a whole fucking year. That was just a whole fucking like lifetime. And now a year will go by and I'll go like, wait a minute, what? It's almost New Year's. When did that happen? The world depresses me. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Here we go. I'm out here trying to talk about big, hot, goth, big titty girlfriends. And you guys want to drag me down the fucking hole, bro. Oh, stop talking about big titty goth girlfriends, Paul, and let's go down the fucking doom hole again, bro. Okay. Man, I just wanted to vibe on big titty goths for a minute. Is that fucking forbidden? Is that verboten in here? Thank you, Otello. That's exactly what I mean. How big is big? You know how big is. You don't need me to describe to you how big is. You know how big is. You know what big means? It's big. I have this thing too. I really try and like, and in fact, my whole life I have successfully fought against it. I've never dated anybody simply because they put off this vibe, but I will not deny the attraction to people that put off the vibe that they are fucked up. Like, everybody's fucked up, right? But like, people that put out the vibe, like, dude, I'm fucking barely hanging on. There's something about that. My whole fucking life, dude. Started in high school. That was really the first time I noticed it emerging. There was this chick in high school that kind of fits the bill. I guess she wasn't, the big titty part wasn't really true, but everything else was true. She was just kind of like goth punk looking chick that was very antisocial and yeah, you know, like you would see like she had self-harm scars and shit. And that was like, dude, that was my I was just very infatuated. Let's just put it that way. But she put off such an aura of don't come anywhere the fuck near me that my little fucking toadstool ass was not going anywhere near her. And she was only there for a couple of years in my high school career. Moved on or whatever the fuck. No, not the Finnish chick. Although she put off the same vibe to me. I liked her too. Very unattainable. Don't forget about the crazy hot Matrix. That's a good. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, dude. It's not only that, it's like that fucking like dangerousness and that because there's typically an ad like people like the people like I'm describing put off this aura because like I'm very not attracted to ultra dodeca neediness and shit. Like I like people to have their own fucking positions on things and not need constant attention and affirmation and shit. So it can't be that kind of fucked up. It's the other kind of fucked up, right? The kind of like, stay the fuck away from me. You got no chance. Don't even approach me. I don't even want to be your friend. You know what I mean? That's the, I'm too fucked up for friends. There's like this weird maleness, I think, that kicks in when a guy sees a chick like that. And there's something about it that's like, I could fix that. I could fix that. I think I could fix that. My mom died in a fire. Yeah. My whole family died in a fire, and I'm a crazy orphan that's into punk music. I could fix that. I could fix that, bro. I've got a dark past. I could fix that. Oh, shit, bro. Well, yeah, Ali Sheedy's the hot one in Breakfast Club for guys like me, of course. The girl version of the bad boy. Yeah. Yeah. There's almost like a tinge of masculinity to the type of woman that I'm describing too. Because she's just so fucking like not needy. She's the antithesis of needy. Like giving her affirmation and props actually pisses her off. You know what I mean? And she just wants to fucking punch you in the face. That's I could fix that. Yeah, I could put that puzzle together. Yeah, I'm a bit more stoic. Yeah. Stoicism. Yeah. Stoicism, but with like a really close to the surface angst, you know? The stoicism is just a thin veneer over the angst within. You know what I mean? That's what I want to get at. Yeah, yeah, Firuza Balk. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly, Firuza Balk in every movie she was ever in, bro. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fucked up. Fucked up. Crazy, murderous, sociopathic. I can fix that. I can work with that, dude. I can put that puzzle together. Crazy racist Firuza Balk from fucking you know, what was that movie? American History X. I could fix that racism. You know what I mean? I could work with that. The black chick from the craft could get the hot D. Everybody in the craft could get the D. Let's be honest. Even the dudes in the craft could get the D. That's kind of like one of the positive things about that movie, right? I feel like we would have definitely hung in the same friend group at school. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell shit like that, you know what I mean? But I would imagine so, yeah. Just like the guy who fell for Wednesday and Adam's Family too, right? Hopefully he was around the same age as Wednesday and Adam's Family too. Oh, you're talking about the actual movie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's right. That's the big plot line in that movie. She goes to camp and there's that nerd that falls in love with her and won't leave her alone. That's right. Exactly. I could fix that. Crazy vampire chick with a fucking horror family. I can fix that. A kid dies for his trouble. I mean, yeah. You got to be willing to, man. If you're gonna fix what's broken, you gotta put yourself, you gotta put your own body and blood on the line. I had a bizarre dream where I came across you, Paul, and what an interesting interaction that was. Lel. Oh boy. Yeah, no risk, no reward. Ah, yes. On a free ride home from the embassy, I saw the governor and his lover holding hands. So, just talking about big titty goth girlfriends, etc., etc. That's what's up. Talking about the crazy colon hot ratio and the pitfalls of it. Was describing a chick from high school who was a nightmare, but I was attracted to her because she was a nightmare. And it's been, I guess, kind of like successfully compared to the bad boy syndrome that women sometimes have. It's kind of like the male version, the hetero male version of that when you're talking about big titty goth girlfriends. Nightmare is one of your types. Yeah, well, you know, tis what it is. It takes a nightmare to know a nightmare. I'm starting to think that maybe everyone is a nightmare. Maybe that's just the truth. Maybe everyone is a nightmare. Dude, man, there are people absent without leave with some boners in the chat. This has gone too far. There's a lot of male energy radiating out of the chat right now. There are some fucking sincere boners going on, and we need to take the boner energy down. I mean, can you guys not feel it? Dude, the fucking yeah, the testosterone quotient is really high because we've really been going hard into this going hard into this big titty goth girlfriend. I didn't help it. Yeah, dude, there's way too much dick aura going on right now, and it's making me uncomfortable, man. Dude, I don't want this. Put them away, gents. Put them away. The dick decibel. Yeah. Oh man, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna fucking do? See, that's one of the problems with us guys. You get all of us together in the same room and we start talking about, courtship and mating and attractiveness, and all of a sudden, dude, it's just like, "Ugh, yeah, dude, this is what I like too, man. Fucking, I want to see the booba. Yeah, booba. I'm just gonna squeeze the next booba I see." Yeah, dude, it really, like, the energy went so quick to that, bro. It went so quick. It happened so fast. Like, we were having like a totally fucking normal conversation, and then all of a sudden I was like, whoa. I read like 3 comments in a row that I didn't read because they were just blatant horny posting. And I was like, wait a minute. Okay, let's fucking let me pump the brakes. This is not, this is not where I meant to lead this. Zap, zap. Whoa, that one's cooking. You hear it? Yeah, that one's deep fried. That one is deep fried. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Deep fried, deep fried. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. That fly just got DFF. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I've eaten a bug a couple of times. There was this. They probably still exist. There was this candy called Hot Licks back in the day that would make these candies that had bugs in them. And I've eaten the scorpion candy, and I've eaten the mealworm candy, and then I've drank the worm out of a bottle of mezcal. That's like a rite of passage, dude. You have to drink the worm at one point. So that's I think those are the times. I think I've tried another type of bug, maybe like deep fried mealworms or something like that. But that's it. That's all I can think of willingly. Zap zap, zip zip, tap tap, flip flip. Bunch of fucking cavemen, dude. Bunch of goddamn Neanderthals up in here. Bunch of godforsaken Neanderthals, dude. Fag, eat bug, touch booba. It's so true. Oh my god, man. Being a human being is a fucking existential nightmare. You know what? Fuck the doom spiral hole, okay? Let's talk about just the nightmare of being a human being, trapped inside of a mind that wants to kill you and a body that's slowly rotting and aging in front of you. Oh my fucking god. You want to talk about a horror movie? You're living one. You're living in a horror fucking movie. Think about that shit, man. Your brain is trying to eat you alive. Your body's trying to fucking eat you alive. Your flesh coffin. Yeah. Whatever spark of consciousness is in you is just grounded in this fucking fucked up brain, fucked up body. And just ignore the rest of the shit and focus on that for a minute. You want a doom spiral? Doom spiral on that shit. Doom spiral on the existential horror of being a fucking human being, bro. And knowing that you're not the only one. That solipsism that comes with suffering kind of goes away with age, and eventually you realize, like, I'm but one beacon of suffering in an ocean of it. Everybody I meet is fucked up. Everybody I know is fucked up. All for the same reason. All because we are these uncanny puppets that don't fucking fit in nature. And so we've tried to defy nature by building stupid shit. But all that stupid shit does is make us hate ourselves more. Turns our fucking violence inward. We're all fucking nuts, going insane with our consciousness, going insane with the knowledge of our meaninglessness. Oh, shit. It's been a long time since we've done one of these. Let's just talk about base human degradation and pessimism. Oh, doom stroking. You've never seen doom stroking. We're not going to talk about the problems of the world. We're going to talk about the problems of being you. The nightmare that is being you, and I mean you, anybody listening to this. Now, there are those among you that hide behind a facade of false happiness. That's how you get through it. That's your tactic, is to plaster a big old grin on your face and to try and get everybody else around you to believe that you're smiling, that your smile is genuine. But I'm telling you, even you are living in a fucking nightmare. Your own personal hell right here on Earth. It seems like it's only possible to live a good life if you can afford it. Even the people that live what you think is the good life are literal wads of human insecurity. And you know what? It shouldn't have to be that way. But it is. I don't know, man. Humanity wasn't an idea, it was an accident. Think about this shit and let it give you comfort like it does me, all right? There's not some perfect form of you that you somehow didn't attain, all right? I labored under this fucking delusion for a long time that there is some kind of fucking shiny, perfect example of Paul that I could be if I just did this or just did that, or if I was more like this and less like this. That person never existed. And what you are is the culmination of millions of years of biological process that you had no fucking control over. So you're not at fault in your life, if that makes sense. You live in a deterministic universe, and you should take comfort in that as a person that's suffering with the, kind of malaise and self-loathing that comes with being a consciousness stuck in a fucking body that can't facilitate it. Life is not a plague. Consciousness is a plague. Think about it. Our pre-human ancestors lived just like animals live now. We've talked about this a million fucking times, right? The law of limited competition. Every other animal on the planet abides by it. The law of limited competition, right? You are developed as an animal to live in this ecosystem. It's why you don't see lions killing 90 gazelles. The pride takes 2 gazelles and then they eat, and the rest of the fucking gazelles go free. Even though the lion could probably spend all day just murdering gazelles, they don't. That's called the law of limited competition. The lion takes what it needs from the gazelle herd, and the gazelle herd goes on. Human beings are the only animal that does not abide by the law of limited competition on the planet. Or rather, we facilitate every instance that you find of this. Like the only other animals that do it are animals that we take out of their natural habitat and put in a natural habitat that was not prepared for them. But that's a human action. So it's us helping other animals defy the law of limited competition and eat like it's like introducing goats to these small islands off the fucking western coast of South America. It literally like stripped these islands of all life, right? So another unintended consequence from the dumb fucking shaved ape. Every species is a species defined by struggle. See, this is the problem that people don't get. You think it's all peaches and roses being a fox or a bunny rabbit or a fucking snake. Dude, it's a literal everyday struggle for survival. The difference is that we have these minds that can contextualize the endless and pointless and cyclical nature of that struggle. A snake doesn't spend its day slithering around on its belly wondering why it's there, wondering what the fuck the point of all this is, endlessly reimagining mistakes that they've made in the past and endlessly judging themselves in a snaky way for those mistakes. That's humans. We're the only animal that does this. Literally torturing yourself psychologically over shit that's meaningless because your consciousness has nowhere to go. We're the ape that learned too much. We learned enough that we were able to realize the game. And when the game was unfolded before us and it was no longer just a kill or be killed, eat or get eaten type of world, now it was this world with all these emotions and nuances and fucking personal tragedies and shit, death and destruction and degradation and starvation. It wasn't just a struggle day to day. Now it was a struggle to contextualize the whole goddamn fucking meaningless ball of wax. And look where we are. Look at this world right now, dude. It's tearing itself apart. People are going nuts. People are going straight up fucking nuts. Nuts. Not just me, not just you. In the streets. This Karen shit is turned into like a national movement. People just going in places, yelling at people, freaking out at people that work in service industries and shit. It's getting more and more dangerous to work at these places. Mobs of stupid people are just roaming around, getting in fights with people wearing masks. Just endless, endless, endless frustration and stupidity. And it all leads back to this. It's all this. Everybody wants to know, like, what's the answer? What's the answer? Well, I don't know what the answer is, but I know what the problem is. The problem is we're the ape that knew too much. We're the ape that felt too much. This is the good Paul. Fuck off, bro. Eat a fat fucking pile of dicks. How's that for the good Paul? Give you a mouthful of that good Paul. Did you see the pictures of the huge anti-vax and anti-mask marches that just happened in London? They were massive. Yeah, no, I know. Like I said, dude, people are going buck wild in the streets. Shit has gotten so fucking crazy. Our systems have gotten so arcane and so completely unintelligible that people are just fucking going mad with rage now. It's starting to happen. Like things are starting to slowly but surely fucking unwind. Because I tell you what, dude, there is nobody that has it together. There are people that might cope better than other people, but nobody's got it together. Everybody is fucking terrified right now. Period. People cover it up and lie about it and obfuscate it in different ways, but the truth of the matter is we all feel it. I'm a firm believer that a species can smell its own extinction coming. There's something fundamental about that. That despair at knowing that it's all going to stop. Dirty D. Hello, baby. We're doom spiraling, but about just consciousness.
Oh, yeah.
We're not like even talking about like all the problems and shit. We're talking about just like the kind of existential horror of being a human being.
Yeah.
Being the only animal that knows that it's just a big wad of meat waiting to die. Being the only animal that can like grow bored with its life. And well, I guess animals can be bored, but it's always us interceding that makes them that way. You take an animal out of its environment and put it in a zoo and an animal is bored. But an animal existing as it should exist, not locked in a fucking cage, is never bored, never worried about things that it did fucking 6 years ago, and you know what I mean, still cringing to this day. That's just us, right?
Or animals that we make dependent on us, like domesticated.
Right, but that's us too, though.
Yeah.
We did that.
Yeah.
We gave them that. We put some of our insecurity and helplessness into them, made them into something dependent on us. Suffering will stop boredom really damn fast. Some suffering is boredom.
But yeah, that's the other thing. Like, it's hard to have ennui if there's chaos.
Yeah. I guess that's true. Something tells me there'll be plenty of ennui in the fucking post-apocalyptic world for those patches of humans that do survive. Life will be a hard scrabble, lonely thing.
Do you think the nukes will have any role, or will you not even need the nukes?
At this rate, I mean, when I think about nukes, I actually have I coined this, something that I wrote one time that I will repeat oftentimes when we're talking about the nukes. It's kind of slightly poetic about how every weapon cries out to be used, and the nukes cry out from their concrete coffins to have the button pressed. They only exist for that purpose. And the landscape is dotted with them. I was just talking earlier before you came out here about we're starting to see like the threads of society start to fray. People are going nuts in the streets, yelling at each other over this vaccine shit, anti-vax mobs. The politics have never been more polarized in this country in all of my fucking lifetime. And I don't really see it getting better. I see it getting worse. And so we're starting to see this fucking like, and I think people feel it. And I think that's, I don't know. I think that's eventually going to lead to the level of desperation where somebody's going to push the button. And it may not be us. When I say us, I mean the U.S. There's going to be no us by that point. But there are so many of these weapons, it may not even be targeted at us.
Yeah, it just...
There are so many of these weapons.
A country that ends up being overrun. Like, doesn't Pakistan have one?
Pakistan has tons of nukes. Pakistan and India are both nuclear nations. They've been at each other's throats for fucking ever. Like literal, like on the brink of World War III since the 90s or before. And they're both nuclear nations with tons of nukes pointed at each other. Just waiting for some fucking diplomatic breakdown or some fucking military disagreement or some fucking accident that is misinterpreted to cause one of their fucking crazy leaders to hit the button and do a tactical nuclear strike in that country. And then that country's going to retaliate. And then the rest of the world is going to be like, holy fuck. You know, China is saber rattling against fucking India now. China is nuclear as fuck. India, nuclear as fuck.
So we might end up with a war over there first.
Yeah. I think it's actually more likely that nuclear war breaks out on the other side of the planet from the United States and then ends up being, you know, everybody just gets swept up in it. Once a nation is unmitigated, like using that shit against another nation, you have to use that against them to stop them.
Yep, it's like breaking the taboo.
Yep.
There was no one to retaliate against the U.S. nuking Japan because Germany had already fallen and Russia already didn't like Japan.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's just like, and we did it in a limited way, and nobody knew what it was at the time.
Yeah.
And that was it. But once people learned what we had done, there were these immediate armistices and immediate treaties and blah, 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 blah. And, of course, on the other side of it, an immediate interest in this. Because the whole world had changed. One nation can't just have that. You know what I mean? They rule the world at that point.
Yeah. The only reason we didn't get retaliated against, we got the drop on them.
Right. Who's going to retaliate against a country that can do that to a city? So they had no choice but to just become that themselves. Yeah. But we're at kind of a stalemate now because we've got enough to obliterate you, you've got enough to obliterate us. And so that mutually assured destruction thing has really been the only thing that's kept us from already killing ourselves with this shit. Yeah. But it's just a matter of time, in my opinion, before one of these fucking things gets launched. Whether, like, it might be like in some crazy coup. You know what I mean? Like in one of these countries, some crazy fucking sectarian group takes over the government and launches one of these things and it trips things off. I just think it's a matter of time. But, you know, I think that it's going to be a while before the desperation level gets to that fevered pitch. Yeah. And in the meantime, we're just going to tear each other apart.
You think that was kind of a cop-out in American Horror Story? Having, like, the Antichrist being behind nuclear holocaust?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean,
instead of
not a
giving-
cop out. I mean, whatever. It's like a ghost
Yeah.
witch show or whatever.
I
So
feel like it's not given enough credit to humanity.
yeah, yeah. It was
I feel like
the devil done did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we don't need that. It's gonna be one of us that does it. Trust me. Was genuinely surprised hearing of the Taliban still existing the other day on the news. What?
Bro.
And where have you been? I just hope the nukes fly. I'm in the blast radius and not in the fallout radius. I want to die immediately, not slowly and painfully. Well, you better move to like a major population center too and get as close to the central area and financial district of those areas as you can. Those tend to be
base.
yeah, or military base, yeah. Join the military and get yourself fucking assigned to a major military base. But yeah. I'm planning on moving to a location like Northern California. There are a few nuclear targets or whatever, I think is what you said. Yeah, whatever. I mean, you have the same idea that Jim Jones had. That's why he set up his cult in Ukiah, California, up in the north in the mountains. He read an article in Time magazine about the safest places from nuclear fallout. And the mountainous areas of Northern California fit the bill. I don't see a reason to nuke Alabama. Well, how about the fact that it's I'm pretty sure that there's a number of major fucking military targets in Alabama, as well as a major hub airport in Alabama. So ATL is an airport that if you've ever crisscrossed the nation by plane, you've probably at least done a changeover in. I know I have 3 or 4 times.
Oh, Atlanta's in Georgia, not Alabama.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. What is that? Okay, yeah. Maybe Alabama we could just skip over.
All right, I don't blame you for mixing them up.
Whatever. Dude, what do I sell myself as? A fucking geography expert? Okay. Look, I don't know anything. No. I do get them mixed up. Those deep south states. Atlanta, Alabama, dude. Wyoming already looks like a nuclear bomb struck it. Well, I doubt that, dude. Just make a really 60s fallout shelter. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Let's do it. Dude, I want to like buy a house and then find out like that one dude did that I have an entire copy of the house underneath the house.
Yeah.
Because some crazy fuck built a fallout shelter there.
Dude, maybe we just gotta start digging here. We don't know.
Yeah, dude, maybe.
It was built in the 70s.
Yeah.
There's still Cold War shit going on.
Maybe. Dude, I'm telling you, if I fucking had a house like that, the house above would be almost completely empty. It would look like I would like make it look like nobody actually lived there. I wouldn't answer the fucking doorbell. Like, think about that, dude. Like, if you knew about that and didn't tell people, you would be invisible. Like, you would go into your house, but even if the cops came, they wouldn't be able to arrest you.
Yeah.
Think they wouldn't.
Yeah.
They wouldn't know you were there. They'd fucking kick your door in and be like, "Where is this motherfucker? It looks like nobody lives here."
You could have the craziest reality show, like set up cameras but make it look like your house is hella unoccupied.
Yeah.
They break in trying to steal shit, and you just catch them endlessly.
Yeah. Like when the cops come to check it out, fucking just film them and upload it so they know you were there watching, but they don't know how. Hell yeah, dude. I'm just hoping that we get the upside down skyscrapers before humanity kills itself, because that's really the way, bro. The way is not up. The way is down. Upside down skyscrapers like in Resident Evil, dude. That was still one of the cooler reveals ever. That Resident Evil opening.
It's definitely cooler down there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Less fucking solar radiation heating everything up. Now, it gets hotter, if you get too close to the mantle and shit, but hey.
That's a ways down.
Right.
I don't think anyone's ever hit the mantle.
So you gotta fucking just find the sweet spot then. Yeah. Don't hit the mantle. Dome houses? Nah. Dude, the surface of this planet is gonna be uninhabitable. We gotta turn into mole people, y'all. We gotta start building our cities down instead of up. That's it. We've got to eschew our life on this planet, on the surface, and become Morlocks, yes. You have to worry about the ground shifting more than getting close to the mantle. No, dude, no. The Underminer.
Oh, sorry. I did that for the caps.
Oh. Yeah, no caps. Nobody gets to break the fucking caps rule.
Joke could be made without it.
Yep. Oh yeah, some deep ocean shit. That would be a smart move too, because it's nice and cool down there. Hop in the nearest manhole. I mean, it's probably better than like being on the surface anywhere if a nuke hits, but I don't know that it would save you very much. What happens if an earthquake happens? Same thing now. I mean, it destroys a little part of the city and you gotta rebuild it.
Obviously, we're not gonna do it in the San Andreas Fault or something.
Yeah. Don't build it near a fault. Use the Midwest for something that's worthwhile.
Stay looking the exact fucking same on the outside.
Yeah. Build Rapture. Yeah. Dude, my Rapture would never tear itself apart because there would never be any of that crazy genetic shit. It would just be like, is man not entitled to live and smoke weed as he pleases? No, says the government. Man must work for a living. No, says the communist. Man must work for everyone. Well, I defy that. That's why I built Weed Rapture. Like, you'd fucking like getting that, like, that whole game would be totally different. The protagonist would fucking crash, swim to the lighthouse, he would smell some weed. He'd be like, damn, how's there's weed in this weird abandoned lighthouse? And then he would find the fucking switch, go down, and he would find everybody just chilling. Rapture still working, you know.
He doesn't need some real sunlight.
Exactly. Indoor weed has grown, it's better than outdoor most of the times. Just set up a totally autonomous weed smoking underwater culture and then let the fucking surface go to shit. Who cares? Yeah, dude, you get out of the bathysphere and I would jump on your Vox thing and I'd be like, hey, dude, would you kindly smoke this doob and welcome to Weed Rapture, man? And then, like, a joint would pop up, you know, out, with a match. It's like, just come on, man, follow this thing, go down the elevator. Would you kindly hit this bong, bro? Yeah, there'd be no fucking crazy splicers and shit, nah. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Would you kindly chill the fuck out, bro? Yeah, stoners, no splicers. You go down the elevator and get into the main body of Rapture, and it's just like stoner food after stoner food. It's like funnel cakes and soft serve ice cream and fucking pizza and hamburgers and french fries and like all these little automated stations where you can get anything you want. People sitting around fucking chilling, smoking. Yeah, big daddies are just like giant hot boxing suits that you can put on if you really want to get stoned. Yeah, the big daddies tend the fucking giant underwater weed farms and shit. Oh, fuck. Well, I'm out of here. Bye.